Oof, excuse me. But just out of curiosity, did anyone else yawn because I yawned? Because if you did, don't worry, there's actually a phenomenon called contagious yawning. Contagious yawning is an automated primitive reflex that's gained from our brainstem, and it literally just means that you yawn when you see someone else yawn. Yawning as a whole has always been associated with sleeping and feeling tired. However, we yawn about 20 times a day, and we're 6 times more likely to yawn when we see someone else yawn. No one really knows why we actually yawn in the first place. A couple of theories have suggested the need to get more oxygen into our body because when we're tired and when we're sleepy, we have a lot of buildup of carbon dioxide and less oxygen. So we release the carbon dioxide, take in our oxygen to support with our function. Another theory also supports this because when we have low oxygen, there's a molecule that's been produced called adenosine, which acts as the yawn gator and it triggers us to yawn to take in more oxygen. Contagious yawning is interesting to me because there's a couple of theories that's floating in the air. One of them being social mirroring, which means that us as humans have a tendency to imitate the actions of others because of the mirror neurons in our brain. But what got me super fascinated was this relationship with empathy. Studies have shown that contagious yawners have a high level of empathy. They're very empathetic individuals, which means they connect with the emotions and feeling of another individual on a deeper level. This is further supported by studies that's conducted in people with autism and schizophrenia, and they have very low tendency to follow through with a yawn when they see someone else yawn. So they're very low, weak, contagious yawners. Also, the empathy theory suggests further consolidated by the research done because children only develop contagious yawning after an age of 3 or 4, and that's when the brain develops the empathetic or cognitive capacities. So that's just super cool to me. Another study has been done with auditory yawning, which means that you don't really see them yawn, but you hear them yawn and you follow through with the yawning. And there has been a strong relationship between auditory yawning and the social bond. So you're more likely to yawn when you hear someone, your family or your friend yawn. And that just shows that there's a deeper bond. So yawning as a whole is just multifactorial. It could be an innate form of communication. It could be because of empathy. It might be because you have a stronger bond with the person that's actually yawned. So next time when you see someone yawn, just think for a minute. It might not be because they're bored of your conversation. It might just be because they're empathetic or they have a stronger bond with you. So just think for a minute next time.